Coming up on Jamaica House Weekly, more Jamaicans becoming real estate owners.
It is always a pleasure to participate in these activities, these handing overs, groundbreaking.
Plus,
when there is not a structured way of ensuring that all stakeholders have a say, then you can have a very chaotic democracy.
social partnership being strengthened in pursuit of growth and national development. These and more coming out of the office of the Prime Minister this past week. I'm Twyla Whelan. Welcome.
We're going to have a parallel army of social workers who are tasked to intervene and support families from the earliest stages.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness sharing measures to address crime and violence in the society while speaking at last Wednesday's National Partnership Council meeting.
We're literally going to have to set up a ministry separate from the Ministry of National Security to manage social interventions, to treat with violence in intimate partner situations, in domestic situations, to support the development of the family.
The Prime Minister disclosed that he awaits a report from the National Violence Commission, which will be reviewed and actioned. Meanwhile, Mr. Holness says the police force will be implementing a program to strengthen its crime-fighting capacity. The skills include intelligence gathering, investigations training, and standard setting. Data from the Jamaica Constabulary Force for January to September 30 shows that interpersonal violence accounted for 21% of total homicides, while gang-related murders accounted for 66%. The Prime Minister emphasized the importance of partnerships in bolstering growth and development on the island.
In this process, all views contend, even if they are adversarial, even if they are conflicting. But what is brought to bear is the eyes, ears, and reasoning of all stakeholders to come to positions. And so the strategy and the structure of social partnerships work, and I believe Jamaica would be a very good example of a country that has pursued this to its economic development and social and political developments.
Last week also saw a minister without portfolio in the office of the Prime Minister, Senator Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon, updating the nation on the National Identification System, NIDS. She said all 4 regulations were being finalized for Parliament to review by year's end. Following the approval of the regulations, the next phase will be the production and distribution of cards.
We will start with the site that we have at CSO, at Central Sorting Office, and over time we will build out to other locations where the NIDS cards can be had all across Jamaica through our post offices.
Dr. Morris-Dixon says tenders have also been issued for the retrofitting of 20 post offices to be used as enrollment centers. In the same breath, measures are being put in place to facilitate the implementation of the Data Protection Act, which takes effect on December 1.
When I was elected, I gave a commitment that we are going to transform lives from poverty to prosperity. For Nicole, this is a reality. She has moved from this to this.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness Friday as he issued keys to 2 families in northwest Clarendon. The units were provided through the new social housing program.
I give thanks to God, thanks to you all. I really appreciate it.
We are at a point where we're going to scale up the program, meaning we're going to allocate more money to the budget so we can do more houses, but we're going to do some other things that will help to expand our ability to put smiles on faces like Marvarese.
It was a similar experience in Westmoreland on Wednesday when Prime Minister Holness handed over 58 serviced lots and 32 one-bedroom and studio units. Those dwellings were delivered by the National Housing Trust.
All the people who are gathered here, the people who I serve, you have my assurance that I'm going to do everything within my powers for every moment that I have to work in your behalf to get your dreams and aspirations, your desires fulfilled.
Back at Jamaica House Tuesday, Prime Minister Holness met with representatives from the Jamaica Union of Tertiary Students. The Prime Minister also took time to salute first responders from the Jamaica Constabulary Force. The 6-member team were the top achievers in the LASCO Police of the Year Awards.
Let me say that you are all excellent examples of what the force is trying to achieve. So you are therefore the tip of the spear of transformation.
And that's it for Jamaica House Weekly. Be sure to join us next time for more of the news stories coming out of the Office of the Prime Minister.